What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Outside the Cage podcast, episode 3, Friday edition. We're going to do fight breakdowns and official picks for the Gamrot Tsarukyan fight. Also throwing in some props this week because we missed Wednesday. We got our episode out Thursday, but we wanted to get y'all's props. We wanted to give you some props and stuff for the fights just for sticking with us, and we got it out Thursday instead. So, all right, Stacy, you want to start us off with the first fight on the breakdown and give your official pick?
Yeah. So, first up, we got Vanessa Demopoulos versus Jin Frey. This is a good women's fight to start off the night, honestly.
I was feeling that dog earlier in the week. Not so much now. For me.
Yeah, it clicked for me too. Nah, it clicked. I was saving it. I was like, I'm gonna save it for this. I'm not gonna discuss with Chad. I'm not gonna say nothing. Literally, I'm telling you, bro. I trust Jin Frey because I wouldn't say trust exactly, but I'll say I think she should win this fight just based off experience and just based off.
And I think she has better striking.
She's the better striking, and I feel like she could grapple her if she wanted to. Like, I like Jin Frey in the past, and I know how she fights really well. I know how Demopoulos. I've seen her fights. I think Frey might slide this with either a decision. I'll say a decision. I'll say Frey by decision, but I'm gonna just say Frey. That's what I like in this.
Cool. Yeah, same here. I was liking the dog. I didn't like that line earlier in the week at like minus 290 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But as the week has gone on, she's dropped a little bit. On my book, she's down to 225 right now.
Yeah, she dropped.
And
she definitely dropped.
I'm fine. I'm taking that all day as a parlay piece, probably.
Yeah.
Frey, I think, is just the better striker. She, like you said, she could probably beat her anywhere. And Demopoulos, as in the weigh-ins, like you saw, she didn't look like she was overly big to Frey.
No.
So like she had a takedown threat. Really.
Frey looked confident in the weigh-ins.
So if Frey can stop the takedown, I like Frey by decision as well. In a pretty dominant way. So majority Frey.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So up next, who we got up next, Stacey? Can you read it off for me? Actually,
yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah. So we got Mario Batista versus Brian Keller. Batista at minus 170. Keller at plus 140.
So he's gone up as well. So people are more leaning toward Batista, just like I am. All right, yeah, I'm leaning more towards Batista too. He's got the major height advantage. He's got the reach. I don't think Brian is going to look for the takedown as much as he should.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Batista. I'm gonna take Batista maybe by a knockout round 2 or 3. I think he puts Brian away. I don't think Brian can stay in there with these young guys anymore, especially if he's getting beat. So I'm gonna take my official pick being Mario Batista by knockout round 3.
I like that. Yeah, like you said, I think that Brian. I mean, he comes with power. You know, he has good striking, and I'd say he has pretty good grappling. You know, it's not like some top high tier grappling, but he has enough to be a good MMA fighter.
I'm trying to think of how it would be from the last week's fight with Court and Jeremiah.
Yeah.
I thought Court needed to make it close. He didn't make it close, and look what happened to him.
See, I feel like Brian's going to do a little better in court. He's going to maybe give Batista a challenge, but like I said, I think Boom brings war. So, he's going to go in there and look for violence, and I think Batista might catch him and tap him somewhere in the fight.
Hey, if he gets him to the ground though, look for Boom for sure. He might get him in an arm triangle or ground and pound him probably.
And Boom will wear him out too to decision too. He'll find that path and be like, oh,
that's what I'm saying. I'm banking on my official pick on he doesn't do that as much as he should.
Yeah, and
that's what gets him in trouble standing on the feet.
All
right, so your official pick as well, Batista.
So I'm gonna pick Batista. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Batista.
You have any prop or? You just by decision?
I'm going to just take Batista by decision right now. That's me. Right. That's how I feel. What's yours?
Batista by knockout round 3.
Nice.
I'm not gonna put a prop on that though. I don't know how confident I feel in that knockout.
No, I feel that.
All right, so we got J.P. Bays versus Cody Durden.
It's a good fight. Very good fight.
You kick it off with this one. You kick it off.
So they both look good in the weigh-ins. They both look good in the face-off. I think
that face-off was intense.
Yeah, it was very intense. They were looking at each other's eyes like fucking like just two predators just staring at each other, two wolves. But like, I mean, I think that Bays is going to bring something. Actually, this fight a little bit to Cody Durden. I think Cody's very good. They're actually on the same level. I think that's why I think this is a good matchup. And to be honest, I'm not too fond of where I'm leaning in this fight. I may potentially skip it because it's just such a close fight. But I think that Bays, I really like his grappling, and I think that if this ends up on the ground or if he grapples, I think he might get Durden in a submission, or just possibly like find it, just wear him out and then find the submission. He also has some pretty good kicking and stuff. So, but like I said, Durden's good, bro. Like Durden, he's
he got the short end of the stick fighting his last fight.
Yeah,
I mean, that was almost just like a who wants to fight and get their ass kicked fight.
Yeah,
with Moikaev. I'm gonna take Durden actually with this pick. I think Durden is scrappier than Bays. Sorry. I think he's scrappier than Bays. I think he's going to be able to put pressure on Bays in the striking and not allow him to kind of sit back and decide when to change levels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Durden just off scrappiness, and I'm going to take him by decision. I don't think either one of these guys gets a finish if it's a war. None of these dudes have like spectacular knockout power or anything unless one just gets caught. So I'm gonna take Durden by decision. Like you said, this is kind of a sketchy fight for me. So if anything, I honestly maybe the over of this fight, over 2.5. But
I like that.
Other than that, I don't.
You're getting good.
I'm not
pretty good numbers with it. 140 minus 140.
Yeah, minus 140. I think it's looking like it's gonna be an over fight. Like you said, unless the only way I see it being like a potential, under fight is like you said, maybe Bays gets him on the ground and gets him in a dangerous position for that submission.
Yeah.
But I like that pick. I don't feel really confident in mine either.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I'm here for the people, and I'm here to tell you, underdog is live. I think you would agree.
Yeah.
That this is definitely one of the fights where underdog could be live here, but that's just.
It's actually on my book is a pick'em.
Is it a pick'em for you? Mine's plus 100
really?
on my book.
Damn.
Yeah, plus 100 for me. All right. So we'll go to the next fight.
Yep. Who is it?
Who you got?
We got Sergey Morzov versus Halian Paiva.
Halian
Paiva.
Did not know that. Halian. Oh yeah, I should have because Brazilians, like you said, it's like an H.
It's an H instead of an R.
Yep.
Damn Americans.
Damn Americans. Don't know nothing.
Don't know shit.
Dirty eye pokers.
Chill. But yeah, you want to start this off, bro?
Yeah, I can. As the week's gone on, I was thinking about Paiva early. And I think he's got the hands to compete. The more and more I think about it, I kind of like a finish in this fight. I don't know if I'm gonna go certainly with a pick, really like 100% confident pick. I'll give you my official pick, but I want to talk about the under first, just because I think both these dudes are gonna be looking to prove themselves, both coming off losses, and I both think they're honestly good talents.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't surprise me if Paiva catches him and knocks him out. I also think Paiva is also really slick off his back and has some pretty good BJJ, so you get that rear naked choke, and if he wants to. Paiva fought bigger names. He's fought Shug, and I think that's what a lot of people remember him for, and that's why that plus money is so close to what it is. I think Sergey is actually the better and more technical fighter in this fight. So I'm going to take Sergey by official pick. I don't know how it's going to end. I love the under 2.5, though. It's actually coming at plus money for me for 157.
Yeah, I got 130.
So I'm gonna take Sergey. I don't by finish inside the distance at under 2.5.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, I can honestly see why you're feeling the way you feel about Paiva, especially after that weigh-in. They both look like in the weigh-in they look like equals. I will definitely say that, but I know Paiva definitely has the. I would give him the striking edge. Honestly, I would give Paiva the kicking edge. I would give him the more experienced guys that he's fought.
He's just not incompetent on the ground. I wouldn't give him the ground, and it's just he's not incompetent.
Exactly. I think that Sergey Morozov may wrestle him in this fight. I think that's his best game plan, honestly, is to take Paiva and just make it dirty. Like I said, grab him, either clinch him up, does what he has to do on the gate, take him down on the ground, and just beat him. Just maul him on the ground and just like wrestle him and out-wrestle and finish. Either finish or... Yeah, I'm gonna say actually this goes to decision. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it's a finish. I'm gonna say he's gonna wrestle him, beat him by points. It's gonna go to the distance. I'll just
you're just gonna see Paiva's toughness.
Yeah, but Paiva definitely is pretty hot in this. Earlier in my book he was like plus 100. Now he's like plus 120. So. I mean, if you want to grab him now.
Sergey.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I told you earlier in this week. I was like, bro, they know Paiva's a big name, so they're dangling that underdog in front of you, like, hey, take it. And I'm saying the people behind back doors really know Sergey. I think is the better fighter. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking or feeling.
100%.
All right, so let's go to the next one. We got Shai Lin versus TJ Downtown Brown. You want me to kick it off on this one?
Yeah.
Since this was my lock.
Yeah, it's your boy.
I locked it. I locked it in Thursday. I've started to feel like I've been thinking about it, and I was like, all right, I think I went a little too aggressive with. I think I might have called it in like first couple rounds. Honestly, feeling like
I think it was like early. You said.
I'm not feeling that anymore. I feel like TJ. Honestly, when I looked at him in the weigh-ins, like. Just now, I feel like TJ is going to wrestle him a little bit now. And I feel like TJ might get a ground and pound knockout. I'm still calling that TJ knockout, but I think it's going to be later in the fight. I think he's going to beat him up like you said.
Yeah.
And he's going to take him downtown.
Yeah.
And after he does that, I think he's going to maybe land a couple elbows, and it's going to be maybe doctor stoppage for not defending.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I'd say late second. Maybe late third. I don't know. But I'm going TJ by knockout as one of my props.
Okay.
To lock in. And that's going to be that's going to be heavy. I don't have my props up in front of me right now because they're not up on mine. But TJ by knockout, I'm sure it's going to be heavy considering. Yeah, considering he's usually not a knockout fighter, and his last knockout I think was in 2019.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be plus.
TJ by knockout, TKO, DQ submission, plus 250.
All right, so it's not ridiculous, but
it's still good.
So it's not ridiculous, but it's still good. TJ by knockout plus 250. If you could, Stacey, if you can read me those odds for that, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be perfect if I can give you those odds.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead with you.
So, honestly, I was on TJ earlier this week. I still am, actually. But
I think he's the better fighter. I mean,
I just think he's the better fighter. It's just I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like how he looked in the weigh-in that much. He looked like he was shaking.
Is he with James Krause now?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Can't remember. All right, we'll come back to that. I don't want to get you too focused on that.
Yeah, but I just think that TJ. I think he's the better fighter. He's gonna take him downtown, like I said. He's gonna Shai Lin. I think, or Shailan, or however you pronounce it. He's
Shailin.
Shailin,
I think.
Shailin, yeah. But I think he's going to come with some tenacity. I think that he's going to kind of show himself. He looks a little hyped for this fight. He has his hair dyed blonde now. I see people calling him Super Saiyan Shailan or something. Like, I'm just like, all right. They're both blonde, but yeah, the battle of the Super Saiyans. Like,
Battle of the Saiyans.
But, getting back on topic, I think that TJ just is the better fighter. I think he has better striking, better wrestling. He's durable, and he's proven this. And give me TJ by late. I'm gonna go with you with maybe a late finish, either late round.
I don't think the thing is I'm not calling the thing is I don't want to call the under on this fight because I feel like it could be in like round 3 at like minute, like 1.
Yeah.
You know, like
I just think it's
like
going to be a tougher
left.
fight than like the odds kind of portray this right now. Like they got him at almost minus.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a scrappy fight.
I think it's a little closer than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there.
So give me TJ by late knockout. That's what
all
I'll
right,
say
cool,
right now.
Cool. All right, we got Carlos Olberg versus Stefan Njoukwi.
Ooh.
You want to go,
or
you want me to start?
I'll start this up. We got the Black Jag versus the Don. This is pretty live. Honestly, looking at that weigh-ins, I'm kind of shocked that these odds look like this right now. Not the weigh-ins, the face-offs. Well, both of them. I'm shocked that the odds, they got Stefan right now at minus 125 and Carlos at minus 105. Carlos looked good in that face-off. Like, he was like...
Bro, he's just...
I mean, the Don, obviously, he has more... he's more muscular, and he obviously is going to have more power. I'm not going to say he's going to have more, but... Because it's different when he's a taller person, so his muscle is different proportions to it. Give me Carlos by being more scrappier. I think he's going to use his height and his reach advantage and stay away from Stefan. But I'm not... The thing is, with these type of fights, it's dangerous to say things like that because Stefan can easily just touch his
just
jaw
one punch
and just end his... Yeah, exactly. So I'm banking on Carlos's fight IQ against these bigger men to do what he needs to do, throw some kicks at Stefan, throw long punches, and jab and straight his way into a victory. Give me
all right.
Carlos by... Give me the over 1.5. Carlos over 1.5.
Carlos over 1.5.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So one thing really stuck with me, like as I was thinking about this fight through the week, was when you were talking to me yesterday, and you talked to me about how they just been throwing brutes at Carlos. Like this isn't new to him.
Yeah.
Like he's been fighting like this body type for the past 3 fights. That he's been fighting these dudes that just have overwhelmingly like a lot of power and not a lot of good technical boxing.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna throw this one. I told you guys for missing the Wednesday video that I would give you some picks for the fight. This is actually going to be one of those picks. I'm officially giving Carlos Olberg my pick to lock in, possibly as the best bet of the night too. You can check the Patreon out for that, but I love Carlos here, man. I don't get the odds either. It's like the Maria thing. Like who's making these odds? What did you see when you were making these?
Vegas
I've
trying to make that money.
I know. I've looked at all the fights. I've looked at all the stuff from him, and Carlos is just way more technical. He's got the better training partners, like I said earlier this week. Yeah, he's a city kickboxer, and I'm also taking. Can you look up a prop for me? Yeah. Look up Carlos by knockout. I like that over 1.5 too. By the way, I really do. I don't think Carlos finishes him in the first round.
Yeah,
if he does, I'd be shocked, and he's probably going to get a bonus.
Like, I don't know if it's going to go the distance, but I like the over.
I don't think the distance. That's what I'm talking about. The prop. Carlos by knockout.
That is plus 185.
Plus 185. Carlos by knockout. I'm gonna lock that in as well for this week. So that's my pick. Carlos, like your over 1.5 and by knockout. So maybe late round 2 knockout.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I like mid round 2, late round 2.
Yeah. Or Stefan's just going to be so gassed by round 3 that Carlos finds it somewhere.
Exactly. He's just going to pick him apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
I like that. All right. We already. All right. So
that's the highlight.
Main card.
That was the preview.
Main card.
Yeah.
Main card time.
Let me speak this in for my boy. I'm not going to be biased here, though, people. I'm not going to be biased here. I'm going to start off a different
He's going to say that a lot, people. He's going to be biased as hell.
Here he goes.
Biased as hell.
Biased
as hell.
Listen. We got Rodolfo Vieira versus Chris the Action Man Curtis. Rodolfo looked good in the weigh-in. He looked like he was ready. He looked good in the face-off. He looked like he was ready. I definitely think Rodolfo, he has the skill. He has everything he needs to defeat Chris, I would say. But it comes down to this. Who do I think is more scrappy in this fight and more durable? Chris Curtis. Who do I think has the better skill set? Who has the more balanced skill set? Chris Curtis. I think that, and these odds kind of show it. It's not far off. I mean, obviously, Chris has so much to prove.
If you want to talk about who has the overwhelming talent in one area, it's definitely Rodolfo on the ground.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But
it's so dangerous. So jiu-jitsu?
But jiu-jitsu, they practice that stuff, and it starts on the ground, bro. To drag Chris Curtis down, that is wrestling, and Rodolfo does not have a lot of wrestling that I know of.
Like, Chris is like a lumberjack. Like, if you look at him, he just looks like a fucking gruffy-ass, like, lumberjack that just got off work and just fights on the weekend. Like, but he's live. Like, he practices. No, he's not lumberjacking all week.
Yeah,
he's practicing
all week. I got what you meant by that. And he's, like I said, to train with Sean Strickland, you have to have a screw loose.
Yeah, you gotta have something wrong in your head to train with Sean. Like, props to Sean. He's live. I love the guy. But, he's wild.
Like we said, a real asshole. And I'm sure Sean would appreciate that, us saying that he's a real asshole, but, like...
Exactly. He'd be like, thank you, guys. He'd be like,
we respect that he's real. Yeah. And, by the way, Sean, we'd love to have you on.
Yeah, would love to. In the future, anything.
Yeah, on.
But, anyways, Chris Curtis, minus 120. Rodolfo Vieira, minus 110. I think I'm locking Chris Curtis. I'm going to just lock the money line. I think that's honestly the best bet for me because you're getting them at a good price. And these are going to change throughout the fight, or somebody might get blasted.
Check the Patreon, people.
Check the Patreon. But that's going to be my official pick that I'll owe you guys. I'm a lock Chris Curtis, and my second prop for the day is going to be Chris Curtis by knockout. And I'm going to tell you.
What was your first prop again?
My first prop. Wait, let me go back. What was it? Wait.
I'm trying to think. Come back to it.
I'll go back. Yeah, I'll go back to it.
I'll break down this fight like.
Yeah, I'll go back to it. I'll look at it, but I'll let you guys know by the end of the video. But back to my prop. So you're getting Chris Curtis by knockout at minus 125. They know. So yeah, you better off just betting the money line. Bet Chris Curtis. Yeah. Put your money on that. That's my lock.
Yeah. All right. So. Everything that you just said with your bias, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with everything in your bias. I'd say Chris Curtis definitely is the better fighter. Like he's the way more balanced fighter.
Yeah.
He's got the knockout power that Rodolfo just does not have at all. He has the finishing. He can finish you on the ground, so I'm not going to say he can't finish fights. But I don't think Rodolfo is going to pose any threat to Chris Curtis up top. And Chris Curtis, I think he loves to fight, so he builds confidence from that, like, knowing he can hit you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
it gives him.
I honestly like. I like Chris Curtis straight. Definitely didn't know that his knockout prop was minus 125. That's actually kind of stunning.
Yeah, they know.
His knockout prop is more than like.
I didn't even look at it, people.
But isn't his line like minus
120? So you're better off just putting that money line.
Okay.
I mean, you can pick the prop if you that confident in him. Go ahead.
If you that confident, go ahead. Yeah. But but. Anyways, I like the under in this fight. I like the under 1.5, just in case you're being safe with Chris Curtis. Like
minus 145.
I think you can take the under. I like my official pick will be Chris Curtis, but I also like the under 1.5 in this fight, just because if Rodolfo somehow does beat Chris, it's gonna be in the first round after he gets a takedown. That's the only way I see it happening.
Definitely.
So he's either gonna gas out in the second, and Chris might knock him out early. Chris might knock him out in the first, or he drags him into deep waters. But I got Chris Curtis my official pick, and I'll be final for that. But I like the under 1.5 just to be safe.
Okay, that's nice.
All right, we got Nate Manis versus Umar Nurmagomedov. What you think?
That Nate.
You still like the line?
I mean, I hate the line. I hate the line with the deep.
I might throw $10 on it, bro. I think I'm gonna throw just something on it because it's too much.
I mean, he could do it. He could do it. Honestly, Nate Manis could do it, but it's just not. It's just not likely. I actually do like something in this fight. I think I think Nurmagomedov is just one. He's a Nurmagomedov. He's a Nurmagomedov.
Oh,
Two.
Bro, I hope you don't call my prop for real. But go ahead.
Two. I mean, this guy just looks so much bigger and just fuller than Nate Maness. Like Nate, I saw him in the face-off. He just looks sunken in. I mean, I know he's gonna pick up water and stuff before the fight starts, but he just did not look good. Like he looks really skinny. I think that Nurmagomedov might start this round off like just looking how he fights. Nate Maness might tap him up a couple times. Then Nurmagomedov's gonna grab his legs and like slam this guy to the ground and just beat the hell out of him senselessly until he gives up. Give me the Nurmagomedov prop by. See, my book is different than a lot of people's, I'm guessing. If you use my bookie, this is what I have. I got.
What's the full site name?
It's mybookie.ag.
Shout out mybookie.ag.
Yes, sir.
Shout out mybookie.
So Nurmagomedov by KO, TKO, DQ, or submission, -150. I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
I'll let you guys. I'll tweet out from the Twitter account what the prop is before the fight when I lock it in. Like Stacy said, this dude looked like a twig to Umar. He looked like a freaking twig, man. He really did. And so I'm gonna take Umar to wrestle this guy. Like he just knows this is gonna be like you can't compete with me. I'm not even gonna play around with the kickboxing and make it a spectacular show. Like you said, he's a Nurmagomedov, and they really don't care about making it a fantastic show.
Exactly.
Give me Umar by submission is another prop for tonight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lock that in. Umar is my official pick. Isn't the over 1.5?
Yes, I'm pretty sure you're getting.
I also
1.5 at -160.
I also like the over 1.5 a lot in this fight. There's not a lot of bantamweight fights that you see go under 1.5.
Yeah,
because
he can finish
unless the dudes have.
He can finish at any point in the fight.
He could, and if he does, I think it might be by taking him down, and
I think he's going to wear him out.
I mean, he could beat him, and that's what bothers me.
Yeah,
but I think he's gonna sink in a crazy kind of arm triangle, maybe an arm bar.
You just put him out.
maybe a mounted
triangle.
Triangle, yeah, for real. I don't know.
If
I call it by mounted, if he mounted triangle arm bars,
oh god,
I'm calling
just starts
it right
beating
now.
him in the face while he does it.
Just know I'm calling it right now. So yeah, I got him. In the fight by submission. That's what I'm going to take as my prop. So I've given you guys 3 props that I really like. I got Umar by submission, I got Carlos by knockout, and I got TJ by knockout as well. All 3 of those props lock in. I'm pretty sure it's going to give you plus 800 value or something like that. So take it at that.
Yeah.
Those are my props for the week for you. And I gave you my pick is Carlos, and I'm going to back Stacy actually with my second pick of Chris Curtis for my 2 picks.
Okay.
So
I like that.
I'm good on my picks and my props for the week.
So wait, just before
nothing. I don't owe nothing. Nothing.
Just before I finish this, my earlier prop. I'm gonna make my earlier prop. I think it was Mario Batista by KO. I think that was my.
Okay, you're actually taking that.
Yeah.
You said he could knock him out in round 2, but you didn't take prop. I didn't know prop on that.
I'm gonna take that prop.
All right, cool. I like that.
Yeah, Chris Curtis by KO. My 2 props. Nothing. Nothing is owed now.
Nothing.
The slate is clean.
That's 5. That's 5 props total and 3 picks.
That's it.
Nothing. All right.
So
next fight is Thiago Moises versus Christos Giagos.
Ooh, it's a good fight.
Like I said, I'm still feeling kind of the same about this fight as I was yesterday. I think Moises is a great parlay piece. I think it's going to be scrappier than what the line says, though. I wouldn't take Moises straight. Anything I might sprinkle a little bit on Giagos if you wanted to do something there. But yeah, I'm gonna take Moises by decision, and I'm just going to put him as a parlay piece, if anything, for this week. I don't like him anything more than that because I think it's going to be a good fight.
I like that.
Might sprinkle a little bit on Giagos. I might as well. Maybe add him as like an underdog leg or something like that.
I like that. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Chad. I mean, Giagos, I think, is a live dog here, and I think that.
I think he should be an underdog, just not.
Yeah.
Moises shouldn't be mine.
I just think he's live. I just think he has the ability.
Yeah.
He has the ability. Mm-hmm. There's always a percentage to win. You know what I mean? He has a chance to win. But 100%. I think ultimately I'm gonna go with Thiago here. I really like Thiago. I think that he's way better on the ground. I think Giagos has some wrestling, if I recall well. He has some good wrestling, but I think Thiago is
Stacey, give me a second. Do you actually want to get Money J in here for the main event?
Yeah. I
think that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good. We just pull him in and we can finish up the whole main event.
Yeah.
And I want to get this.
You want to finish this fight?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, text him and make sure he's good to join and everything like that.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I'm gonna say I really like Thiago. I think Thiago gets it done here. Honestly, the line is Vegas is saying pick the over, but I think I might sprinkle a little on Moises by submission. I think I like it at plus 120.
I like that. I like that.
That's a little better. I wouldn't say parlay piece or anything, but I definitely might sprinkle a little straight bet on it just to make a little something. But ultimately, I like Thiago in this fight. I think Thiago gets it done.
Okay. All right. Like that. All right, moving on to the next fight. All right, we got Josh Parisian versus Alan Bordeaux.
Okay.
Remember I was kind of silent about that earlier when we were talking about banging?
Yeah.
I don't feel it for some reason.
You don't
I feel like this is going to go over. Bro, I mean, if you look at their last few fights, they don't really finish people.
Yeah.
And they don't get finished.
Yeah.
It's just like... I told you in the last podcast, if they don't come out swinging, it's going to be one of the most boring heavyweight fights ever. I'm gonna stick with my pick that I initially had with Allen, but I'm gonna also take the over 1.5 and one of the most boring fights I've seen in a minute from a heavyweight.
Yeah, the thing about
Bobby Maximus Perez type stuff.
Yeah, if you watch Ultimate Fighter, the fights are kind of ass this season. Not gonna lie, sorry Dana White. Great company, but
Dana White knows. He knows.
This is a shitty season.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. There ain't no shame in hiding it.
But
Dana respect the real.
Both these guys just aren't.
Lower the pay-per-views, Dana.
Yeah.
Lower the pay-per-views.
But yeah, back on topic. Both these guys just aren't that good. I mean, they aren't great. I mean, they're heavyweight. Like you said, they don't finish. They don't finish people. I know that earlier this week I was saying violence. I saw violence, but yeah, give me Bordeaux by decision. I think it's going to be kind of a ass fight. It might be a little. All
right, don't promote it too much, Stacey. Don't promote it too much.
Look, people. They're all good fights, you know. But when there's not when two people aren't that high level, I would say it's just not. If you got two, I'm not gonna say they're low level, but they're still growing. They're still rising on this UFC roster, and I think they're learning. So I think Bordeaux is just gonna do what he needs to get done and try to edge out a decision here. Give me Bordeaux by decision.
Cool. I have no prop on this. I'm going to also just take Bordeaux by decision. If anything, honestly, since a 1.5, I don't know the odds on this, but what is it to go to the distance, Stacey? Can you tell me that?
To go to the distance? Probably favored. Does this fight go to the distance? Yes. Plus 135. So...
Kind of like that. I don't know if I'm gonna take it, but
yeah, like I said, this is a heavyweight fight.
This fight, you were talking about the Bays fight,
yeah.
And Durden, you might skip. I might skip this one. I don't like this fight.
Yeah, it's a sketchy fight. So anybody, listen, if somebody gets just flattened in this fight, Do not take
either
what
way.
I'm saying here.
Either
Listen,
way.
It's a heavyweight fight. Yeah, it's a heavyweight fight, so they have the power.
All right, next fight, my boy and my lock of the night. What I think. You just heard that, people. I'm giving you what I think is what I'm hammering this week. Personally betting. My boy Shavkat against Neil Magny. Neil looked ready. He looked ready to fight.
Yeah, definitely.
He just don't understand what he's getting into that octagon with. He does not understand the type of animal Shavkat is. I'm gonna take the under 2.5 as my lock. 2.5. I don't think Neil survives that. Shavkat can get it done anyway, so I don't know how he's gonna get it done. It's really honestly more than how does Shavkat approach Neil in this fight, considering he's the lower ranked contender. It's more like how does Neil approach Shavkat?
Yeah.
And how does he deal with him? And I think that will be the determining factor in how Shavkat gets it done. So if Neil wants to stand and he thinks that's the best route, I think he's going to get knocked out. If he wants to grapple and try to make it dirty and stuff like that, I think he's going to get taken down and possibly shoot and get trapped with a submission. And it's going to be under 2.5. I know that.
Okay.
So give me Shavkat under 2.5.
All right. I like that. I really like Shavkat here. I like the Nomad. He looked mean in the face-off. He looked like he was just ready to chase and hunt down Neil Magny in the forest in the middle of some,
God.
Middle Eastern. I don't know, but whatever. But Shavkat looked ready.
All right, so definitely take the under 2.5.
I really like Shavkat. Yeah.
Shit.
Shavkat's ready, bro. I think Shavkat's ready to put on another highlight. Neil Magny's going to bring it. He's going to try to prove I'm not getting older. Oh, I'm not this.
That's what I think. That's what I'm saying. I think he looked ready. Yeah. He looked ready.
But I think Shavkat's going to find
He just doesn't understand what he's getting in there with.
He doesn't understand. The Nomad, he's going to find that button maybe, and he might finish it. Or Neil Magny may be durable enough to last. Who knows? But I think I'm going to lock in right now Shavkat by knockout. I think that I really like that pick in this fight.
All right, people, we are going to be joined by a guest. That his name is James, but he's been one of our boys for a little bit. We call him Money J because he always shoots for the stars, and in his gambling, he will turn 25 cents into $1 million, bro, if you let him and you have the backing.
It's Money J.
25 cents. Now, all of his ideas might be absurd, but. They need to be heard. They need to be heard. Yeah. He might. We getting him?
He is. Yep.
There he is. The 25 cent to $1 million man, Money J.
Welcome, my friend.
Yo,
what's up? We actually, I decided that I wanted you in on the main event to talk about that as well.
The cool main card or just the main event itself?
Just the main event.
Arman versus Gamrot.
Just the main, Arman versus Gamrot. I wanted to bring you in so we could at least talk about a fight before we started giving your picks down, now that we've already given ours. All right, well, first of all, I wanted to talk to you about the beef that you had with us. What is this beef that you have with us?
Not
now
really
that we are
beef,
officially
but what did you guys have for Cody Durden and JP buys? What was your outfit?
We actually are split on that. We're split on that. I have Cody.
I have JP.
Stacy has Bays. I have Cody by decision.
Who does Money J have?
And what do you have again, Stacy?
I have JP Bays.
By what?
I think I said by decision.
I think you said decision.
So this is my biggest thing with y'all.
Or a submission. I say he could get a submission.
This is my biggest grief with y'all. Cody Durden, besides his only win against, forgot his name, Coralella. Terrible Chinese pronouncing Chinese names. His only win that he's ever had a decision. All of his fights always end in some type of finish. JP buys. Besides his last fight against Montel Jackson, all of his fights have ended in a finish. That fight, I guarantee y'all, ends in a finish under 2.5.
Or it's a war, James. Or it's a war, and they both want to prove themselves.
You want to know why? And this is why I have Cody Durden. I have Cody Durden and not JP buys.
Ooh, look at Chad now. Look at Chad now. Chad's happy now. Look, whatever.
Let's go, James.
JP buys.
Hey, I'm a lone wolf here, people.
I kid you not. JP buys will win the first round. Second round, Cody Durden finishes him.
Here he goes.
All
All right. Hey, this is locked in, people. You all hear this. I'm alone. I'm willing to die on my shield. I'm ready. JP buys.
JP buys.
Let's go, baby.
JP buys. JP buys.
Here he goes.
A terrible week like me. The boy who just fucked his girl just won, and now he's gonna lose and get cut from the UFC. I'm sorry.
All right. Now that we're done talking about that, and I know what your beef was with us, and I can understand that. I really do. I just feel like Moikaev was an animal for Durden, and I don't feel like either of these dudes have knockout power, James. I just don't feel like they're going to,
JP's getting a submission, bro. I'm telling you. He's going to get a submission if he goes in the ground.
They might. I don't want to dwell on this like I was saying.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, don't.
Let's get to the main event because we haven't even talked about that right now. We got Arman Tsarukyan versus Mateusz Gamrot. Let's give the pick to our guest to start.
Money J.
All right, so
Money J.
Here's something that none of y'all mentioned. Not really. It's not that big of a deal, but something I wanted to point out.
Okay.
We all know that Arman. How old do y'all think Arman is?
He's 25.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's 20.
I did mention that on the podcast. James.
If I missed it, I missed it. But yeah, he's 25.
Wow.
Dude trains with Jan as well.
That man is a beast. That man is
an animal.
He's a monster.
That's what I'm saying. He is the real deal.
So I have all love for Gamrot. I actually think this fight's gonna go distance. I think Gamrot will have show enough toughness. And hopefully Andrew Lee is not scoring this fight.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
for real.
I mean, I like that.
Hopefully Lee ain't scoring this fight. I like that. I'm gonna take Arman as well, and I don't think this fight's going the distance. So I think he's actually going to ground and pound Gamrot. I think Arman's actually a different breed, like you were saying. I think this dude hasn't really fought high level competition. Arman's only 25. He was fighting Islam when he was like 23, 24. Like, bro, he's just on a different level, I think, of competition, and you'll see him chasing for that belt sooner rather than later. So I'm going to take the under of this fight, actually. I think it's set at 4.5 still.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's at,
yeah.
Stacey? Set at 4.5, and I'm going to lock in Arman as my official pick also.
I like that. Okay, so, and James, you got Arman by, you said decision?
Yeah, he said by decision. If Chris Lee isn't scoring the fight.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a close fight.
That's a big if.
Yeah.
I'm glad James said that.
It's going to be a close fight. I feel like it's going to be a little closer than this line depicts. I think Gamrot, like his name says, he's a gamer. He's a gamer, people. He's gonna try to come in here and game. But like you all said, also, Arman is just a problem. He's just another breed that was born in a different type of fighting culture. He was fighting Islam when he was 8 or whatever. This guy is this guy.
No. I said when he was 24 or 23. I mean, he just got into the UFC essentially, and they were throwing him up against Islam.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his
debut. Jesus.
So
that was
that's
his debut,
huge.
and he took him to decision.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Arman looked good in the face-off. He looked yoked. He looked ready and trained.
Dismantled Joel Alvarez.
Yeah,
ground and pounded the hell out of Joel Alvarez. So I'm just going to take Arman.
Give me Arman, honestly, under 4.5. I think 4.5 is a little too much. That's all. I think that Arman might find the finish. Whether it's
this is James. You also want to know what scares me about your overpick, right? You know how many 5-round fights Mateusz has?
I know he's been in a few with KSW.
Zero in the UFC though.
In the UFC.
Zero in the UFC.
Yeah, in the UFC.
That's a big. That's something that people have been saying.
It's different.
Yeah, I know he looked tired in his last fight. The man has gone 5 rounds before, and a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, not in the UFC. That's one reason why I have it going the distance. Just like what Stacey brought up, he's a gamer. He's a dog. He has a chin. If Arman is going to win it,
they size up really well. They size up.
Honestly, if it goes,
it would be by submission.
If it goes, that might be a nice prop to throw in, James.
Arman got some power though, bro. I'm telling you, Arman can finish him, but with strikes and ground and pound.
Club and sub. club and sub.
Yeah. He's really good at
Club
that.
and sub. That Kevin Holland club and sub.
Get him on the gate and just...
Yep. And, all right, so we're done with that for the card. James, I know you wanted to throw out some of your best bets for your tonight, and then also maybe one of your best parlays, if you want that. Give to the people.
Well, there's really not, like, because the odds are just not the greatest this week, so there's not really much of a best bet. Maybe a best parlay I got, maybe my best, if you want my honest opinion.
I want me asking you, James. Asking you, gun to your head, gun to your head.
Gun to your head.
If you needed somebody to win, and I want your best parlay.
If you needed somebody to win, James, gun straight to your temple. One bullet in the week.
Shook.
Any day of the week. Y'all know who I'm a big fan of this week. He's fighting in the co-main event. Give me the nomad, Shatkov. And you know what?
I like that, my boy Shatkov.
Give you another prop. Buy a finish. He's gonna finish.
All right. Well, I'm making a rule. I'm making a rule on you next week, James, because you're gonna start out 1-0 on some bullshit because you're taking like a minus 400 favorite. I'm gonna say it has to be for you. For James, it has to be Stacy. What he's gonna come on and throw like a lock. He's gonna come on and throw like Umar or some bullshit. Like
no,
the next
I got no Umar on this.
He's gonna come in so he has an undefeated record. You can't say.
You gotta get somebody with a little like. Come on.
So it's fine for this week. I like it. It's fine for this week because you should bet your life on Shavkat. I think if you're a smart man. If I had, all right, I'll take that back. If I would throw my life on Shavkat too. Yeah, see,
John Jones. We told him a gun to his temple, bro. Like you gotta pick somebody.
Yeah.
This man is choosing Shavkat.
So you're right. You're right. Probably not the best rule set to preference that, but under 200, 275 next week, James. 275. Okay.
Okay. Right now.
Okay.
No, next week.
Next week. Shavkat's good.
I have a few good ones off the top of my head, but I don't know the odds right now.
But I do want your best parlay because I do like that.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
So, that Shakov by finish prop, because like I said, he has 14 finishes out of 15 fights, and it's 7 by KO and 6 by submission, and that's correct. I'll say this: I have Arman, I have Shatkov, I have the under on the JP buys, I got TJ Brown.
That's 4.
That's 6. This is gonna be 6.
Money J. It's money. 25 cents to $1 million.
Hey, Stacy, hold on. Can we do something real quick?
What?
Stacy, can you type in his bet real quick, and then let's give $100 return on what this would pay out if you threw $100 on it.
All right, yeah. Start from the top, James. All right. I know you said Shavkat KO. I got that.
Shavkat by finish.
Okay. All right, by
keep
finish.
Keep note. But it should be under KO sub.
Yeah. Okay.
Arman Tsarukyan. Alan Badeau. I think that the loser of that fight is going to be labeled as the worst heavyweight in UFC. But I think this is a layup for Alan Badeau to get onto that France card, because he's literally one of the only actual guys born in France in the UFC. And why is he not on that France card?
Black Samurai.
That's good.
He's not that good.
Point.
This is probably a fight
to get
him some hype behind his name. So that's kind of why I lean a little towards him. TJ Brown. The only thing that kind of scares me, the guy that he's fighting, Shaolin, has over 46 fights and he's only 28. So he's very, very experienced, but he comes from China. We've kind of talked about this.
They don't really understand. They don't get the UFC judging rules.
They just don't get the rules.
They don't get the UFC judging rules.
I don't think the team's there. Like I said, I have the under on Cody Dern and JP buys. And
what does that pay out, Stacy? Okay, go ahead.
No, you got one more.
Last one, and this is also my dog of the week too.
Okay, and he's giving you guys a dog of the week.
Vanessa's Demopoulos against Jinyu Fry.
Oh, everything sounded so good, James, until that. Everything.
Money J parlay.
You want to know why?
Why?
What was the running joke last week in the last podcast?
What
was the running joke?
What, she was a stripper?
Kay Hansen.
Oh,
Okay,
Who went over against Jin Fry? Kay Hansen.
Kay Hansen. But Kay
that was
Hansen,
a different fight. That was a different Jin Yu Fry.
Can't do MMA math. Cannot do MMA math.
Yeah, that because Kay Hansen is
just.
It's
not MMA math because Vanessa has not fought Kay Hansen.
Well, I'm not saying, but you're just saying because Jin Yu Fry lost to Kay Hansen, she's going to lose to
using
Vanessa.
that level of competition for an example. More than
Kay Hansen was a rise. Kay Hansen looked good coming into the UFC though, and then she fell off.
Don't even get me started. She's beautiful.
I will give you that, James. Jin Yu Fry does not have the advantage.
Jin Yu Fry was a champion. Yeah, she was a champion in Invicta, but at atom weight. You don't have atom weight in UFC.
True. It's very true.
I just think Jin Yu, she just got better.
She's a little smaller. She's 37. She normally, she's really good at stand-up. And the issue is she hasn't lost, but most of her fights she's getting out strong. And Vanessa Demopoulos looked really good against her last fight. Got a nice armbar.
Take Vanessa.
Money,
right, well, I said I didn't like the odds. I said if anything, you throw Jin Yu Fry on a parlay piece. I do not like the odds to bet her.
So if I have this correct, James, I got Rachmanov by finish. I have Arman Tsarukyan.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Badeau.
Mm-hmm.
T.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
The under 2.5 on the JP buys, Cody Durden.
Mm-hmm.
And Vanessa Demopoulos.
Correct.
If you throw 100 on Money J's parlay, that will win you $3,827.22.
Why call me Money
J? That's why we call him Money J, people. That's why we call him Money J.
The Money J.
So, yeah, we're gonna end the podcast on that. We will be, like we said, we will have one more podcast previewing the fights Wednesday before we all fly out, and Money J will be there as well in Vegas with us. So we'll all be in Vegas on that podcast. Besides that, you got anything to add, Stacy? Oh, please like and subscribe to the video.
Always, yeah, like and subscribe.
Always like and subscribe.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for everybody returning to watch and all the new viewers. We appreciate everything. Just follow all the socials. We're going to put them at the bottom. And, yeah, thank you again.
And, James, I'm holding you to that 275 shit next week. Next week, we ain't flying with no 400 favorite for the lock. But, all right, boys. I'll see you guys outside the cage. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Peace.
Have a good one, y'all. Peace.